the transgender craze seducing our daughters, Abigail Shrier. She's a journalist, so she writes in an inherently interesting manner and gives all sorts of data. So what is the percentage today that the CDC says is transgender?
Well, we know that 2% of high school students are now identifying as transgender. This is a massive increase, and historically, it afflicted 0.01% of the population.
0.01%. 1/10 of 1%.
Right. Isn't that 100?
Or 1/100th of 1%.
Yeah.
I was afraid to say such a small number. Is now gone, so it has skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed, that's right.
Was it 1,000 times more common? I mean, is that what it means?
I think a little more than that, because
I don't know, but even if it's 1,000, it's a lot. I'm just, the whole thing is mind-blowing. And I asked you at the end, so a girl 15 says, I'm a boy, I want to get rid of my breasts. There is a surgeon who will remove her breasts?
Sure. So the age of medical consent varies by state. In Oregon, it's 15. So I've talked to surgeons who remove girls' breasts at age 16.
You've talked to them?
Yeah, they're in the book. So
you've talked to them?
Yeah, I've interviewed them, the surgeons who perform these surgeries.
Did they know how you felt about this?
Well, I mean, the book's an exploration. So in part, I wanted to learn.
No, I have no problem with you talking to them. I'm glad you did. I just want to know why they would talk to you.
Because I came to them as someone who wanted to find out. I mean, look, I thought that sounds monstrous to me, but I wanted to know, maybe I'm missing something.
And
here.
Were you missing something, or is it monstrous?
I think I came away not as upset with them as I had thought, and I'll tell you why. Because they really have been this is pushed so hard by the culture, and there have been so many lies around it, that of all the people, doctors, do I think that a doctor should destroy the biological capacity of anybody? No. That's not their Hippocratic oath, right? Especially based on vague self-diagnosis, which is what these girls are supplying. But when they described for me their, willingness to do it and how happy the girls were and excited they were, I realized that, we've allowed these lies to continue, and that is that these girls are being saved by it, that they are saved from suicide.
That's what the doctor believes.
Right.
I've saved her, now him, from suicide.
That's what a lot of doctors I've talked to believe, yes, that they think they're saving. Now, is that correct? No, as I point out in the book. That's way overstated.
So the breasts are removed. What else is done to them?
All kinds of things.
Like?
So, the thing to know is that men and women are morphologically very different, biologically. So the surgeries never end, essentially. So because you never really look like a man, no matter what you do. So there's phalloplasty. Now, phalloplasty is not as common for these girls, thank goodness, because it's extremely risky surgery. But what they do is they de-sleeve the forearm and try to create something that looks like what they call a neophallus. It's supposed to look like a penis, but to get it to function often requires several other surgeries, some of which don't go the way they're supposed to. And I talked to people who had both, who had botched phalloplasties as well in the book.